So with my pianist Florian Karoubi, we've been working together for 10 years. It's our 10th anniversary of duo, and we had never recorded together. So it made sense as a French duo to record and perform French music, especially because I feel this repertoire is more and more neglected, especially in concert halls. So that was our first thing. The second was it doesn't make sense anymore to record just the greatest hits, the most famous songs by Debussy, Fauré, Massenet. But we wanted to showcase these composers in particular because their influence was so immense, so great. Massenet and Fauré were great teachers, and Debussy had such a large influence. So it was so interesting to make some research. What's exciting when you're a musician is that you're a forever student. So we read hours and hours and hours of music of composers we didn't even know. And what we found actually exceeded our expectations. So it was so exciting to think of this era as an era that can be rediscovered. So we wanted to show to the listeners and to the audience this incredible music. So we really we looked at lists of Massenet and Fauré's pupils, and then we did some research on Debussy's circle, friends, rivals even. So it was almost easy because the music was so good. So we had to think of what is absolutely essential. I think there are a lot of preconceived ideas of what French music is, so we wanted to show the diversity. So we wanted to have a program that is balanced but also contrasted and not have only one color. And we wanted to have a program that sounds like a concert. So that is exciting to listen to as a whole. So that's how we chose and balanced the different songs. First of all, it's always humbling to have a great piece of music and try to do it justice. So that's a first challenge. The second one is generally an art song. You're telling over 20 different stories in one whole program. So to be vocally flexible, true to the text, but also not lose your voice and the lyricism of the music while being true to the text, I think that's the most challenging thing. And it could only happen if you have a partner who knows you very, very well and that you know very, very well, you know, on a musical level, but also on a personal level. And that's what I have with Florian, so it's much easier with him. I'll talk about Madeleine Dubois first. She is so unknown that we don't even have her birth date and her date of death. So that's how unknown she is. But she did write some music. We don't have much. And this particular song that we chose, it's called Spleen, and it's on one of Verlaine's most famous poems. So it was so incredible to discover this piece of music that is absolutely gorgeous and a different take on the different spleens we have by Fauré or by Debussy. So we only know that she was probably one of Nadia Boulanger's pupils because there is a piece of Nadia Boulanger that is dedicated to her, but we know nothing about this composer. And for me, it's one of the most interesting pieces of our program. A bit about Alfred Bachelet. He was a composer, conductor, and pedagogue. He was at the conservatory with Debussy, and they were very, very close, and you can hear it in the music. We chose his most famous song, Chère Nuit, which is actually completely unknown in France, and it makes no sense because it's a masterpiece. Because the poem is beautiful, the music is extremely lyrical, colorful, the piano is generous, and it's very operatic. I think it's the last piece of the program. And it's a beautiful ending to this French era. It made sense to put some Bachelet in there.